Hey everyone, so today is going to be a makeup tutorial and I did this look. It's quite dramatic, a little bit smoky, and I used some false lashes. If you're someone who likes using quite heavy makeup throughout the day, you can actually use this. It's not your typical smoky eye because I built up the color or the shades just on the outer portion of the eyes. I also didn't use any blush. I just kind of bronzed up my skin a little because the eye makeup is so dark and it actually washes out my entire face. So I wanted to make my skin tone a little darker. And of course, because the makeup look is a little bit dark on the eyes, I went nude with the lips. So yeah, I think that's it. If you want to see how it's done, then keep on watching. Okay, so foundation is on, and today I used Nars Sheer Glow foundation, and I used the shade Ceylon. I chose this because this kind of has a matte finish, and it does oxidize on my skin. Probably half a shade darker, so I needed a little bit more color today for this look. No concealer yet. I'm gonna do some concealing later after we're done with the eye makeup. So if you want to go ahead and put primer, go ahead and do that. I'm not going to today because I want to be able to blend the colors a little bit more because we're going to do a smoky eye. So for the base eyelid today, I'm using Tarte Emphas, and this is one of their clay shadow sticks. It does not have a shade to it, so I'm really sorry that I can't tell the exact amount. It's kind of like a brown bronzy shade, and we're going to use that all over the lids. As a base, and then we're gonna blend that with our fingers. So I'm just gonna put that all over the lids, and then I'm just using my fingers to blend them out. I'm taking it a little higher past the crease, and as you can see, I'm taking it little by little and then blending it out, and then just adding up the intensity as I please or as I feel like it should look on the eyelid. So it should look something like that. And with the other eye as well. Okay. So just make sure that the edges on the top of the crease is just nicely blended. Next, we're going to add a little bit of a shine or sheen to the eyelids, and you can take any glitter eyeshadow that you have or any glitter pigment. I'm just using a Wet n Wild Mega Shimmer Dust, and this is in the shade White Lotus. I'm just going to take a little bit of the product on top of the sifter and then tap that onto the lid. And the base that we put in earlier serves as a kind of like an adhesive or a sticky base so that the this pigment will actually stick onto the lids. So I'm just going to pat that right into the middle of the lids. Next, we're going to work on the outer corners. I'm taking an angled eyeliner brush. This is the MAC 266, and I'm taking the Stila palette as well. This is the Natural Eyes palette, and I'm going to be working with two colors. I'm taking this dark brown and this matte black, and I'm just going to combine them and then create that sort of like sharp line on the outer edge. So I'm just combining both colors. That. Tap off the excess. I'm going to start off first with the portion that's closest to the lash line, and then I'm going to work my way up. So as I'm applying it, I'm also kind of flicking it upwards like that, pulling in the color towards the lids. So while I'm applying the color, I'm actually also trying to blend it as well. And then I'm going to take another brush. This is a blending brush. This is the MAC 217. And I'm just going to blend this as I work on with the color. And then add on to the intensity of that shade again. So you just want to gradually build up on the color. Once again, take the blending brush and just blend in. So once you've created that strong line and shape right there, make sure that it's nicely blended. Take any matte brown eyeshadow that's 2-3 shades darker than your skin tone, and we're going to use that to blend and contour a little bit onto the tops of the crease. So I'm using, still on the same palette, I'm using this matte brown shade right here. And I'm still using the 217, and we're just gonna kind of warm up the edge right there on top. So right on the end of where that line hits, you're just gonna wanna pull this color in. And this will just kind of warm up the entire eye. And you wanna take it a little bit into the eyebrows. Probably right here, a little bit where your eyebrow starts. To clean up the bottom part of the eyebrows, I'm going to take this cream shade with a 224 and just a touch of that color. I'm taking a little bit of a cool toned brown or taupey brown. This is Satin Taupe. And you want to connect this color to that line that we created right here, just so it can make the look a little bit more cohesive. Next, to highlight the inner corners of the eyes, I'm taking Nylon from MAC, and it's a really bright pale yellow highlighter, which is one of my favorite highlighters probably to use on the lower brow bone and the inner tear duct as well. So I'm just going to pop this right inside the inner tear ducts. And this is just going to brighten up the entire look. I'm using a pencil brush. It's the 219. I'm going to also drag this a little bit inside to meet that satin taupe that we placed on our lower lash line. Next, we're going to line the upper waterline with any black eyeliner. I'm using Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Pencil in 0. And a lot of people do this differently, but what I do is I kind of just lift my lashes and then I just start lining. For the lower waterline, I'm using Stila's Kajal eyeliner and Topaz. And we're doing this to just brighten up and open up the eyes a little bit more. And then going back with the 266 brush, we're going to take the matte black shade again. And we're going to use this to line the lower lash line this time. So it actually goes right on top of Satin Taupe, but Satin Taupe was blended into the lower lash line. This one just sits right below or right where your lash line is. Okay, so I'm going to curl my lashes and then just apply a quick coat of mascara. And we're not going to be putting any eyeliner onto this look because we want that shimmer to still peek through. And we're also going to apply onto the lower lashes. Okay, before we pop on the lashes, I'm going to clean up a tiny bit on the lower eye area because we have a lot of fallout going on. And I'm just using a Revlon Age Defying Concealer. And I'm going to pop a little bit at the back of my hand. And then use a 224 to just buff in the concealer. I'm just going to set that concealer with a little bit of a finishing powder. I'm using MAC's Prep and Prime. And just pat it right on top of that so that the concealer does not move. We're going to put some eyelash. I'm using Modlash number 21 with a duo dark tone adhesive. And I'm just going to quickly pop this on and then I'll be right back. Okay, so the eyelashes are on. I'm now going to work into the contouring of the face. I'm taking a slightly light bronzer, and this is the Physicians Formula Light Bronzer. So just onto the sides of my face. When you wear a dark eye makeup, it can actually wash out your entire face. So you want to make sure that you put some bronzer so that you won't look so ghostly pale. I'm taking this up to my temple as well, and as well as in the forehead. Sorry, I didn't notice that my card was full and then I stopped filming. So all I did after the Physicians Formula bronzer, I took a deeper bronzer, and this is the Smashbox Suntan Matte and Bronze Light. And I used a 224 to, with this product, to contour the sides of my nose. I also use this to deepen up the contours of the face. So I use this in a sort of like a three shaped motion all over the face, just to deepen up the contours a little bit more. I'm going to take Guerlain's Meteorites, and I'm using a small tapered brush. This is a MAC 165, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swirl this all over into that product. And I'm just going to pop this right on the tops of my cheekbones. You can actually take it up to your temple as well. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of a glow there. The sun's actually going down, so I don't know what the camera's going to be able to pick up, but it gives the face a nice sheen on the tops of the cheekbones. And I'm taking a little bit onto the top of my nose as well. Okay, and last for the lips, because our eye makeup is pretty dramatic and it's pretty dark, I'm just going to nude out my lips. I'm using Rimmel's Lipliner, and this one is in 063 East and Snob. I'm just going to use this to line my entire lips and fill in the lips with the color as well. And then to make the lips look a little fuller, I'm just going to line it with a slightly darker lip liner, and this is the 24/7 or the Urban Decay 24/7 lip pencil in Wallflower. And I'm just going to line the outer portion of my lips. And for the lipstick, I'm using MAC's Hue. It's a light pink with a tad bit of peach in it. Just fill in my lips. And to add a little bit of shine onto the lips, I'm taking Nars' Turkish Delight. And I'm just going to put this right on the center of my lips. And this is our look. So that's it. If you have any questions about the products that I used, or any questions at all, you can always ask me on the commentary box down below. Just comment whatever. I like reading all your comments actually. Or you can also follow me on Twitter. For more fashion related posts, you can also visit my blog if you want to. That's www.kiach.com. So if you like this tutorial, please go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I hope I'd see you soon in my next videos. Thank you so much for watching. This is Kitch, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.